So some time ago, I stepped away from just using one limiter in order to achieve loudness in my mixes and masters. I started watching some of my favorite mix and mastering engineers and noticed that they were using multiple stages of soft clipping and limiting in order to achieve that same loudness and clarity that they get in their mixes and masters. Check this out. So right now what I have loaded up is I have two versions of a song. One version of the song actually is just one limiter, and the other version of the song is soft clipping and a combination of two limiters, breaking up the work. Let's take a listen to the difference about how they sound.
My time, dedicated, yeah, I've been on my grind. I'm in the fast lane, about to pull up. I got to go ahead, yeah, from the top boss. I'll never take a loss. God got me, I'm so far ahead that can't nobody stop me. I remain the only option, gotta count my blessings.
I want you to put your ear on the low end, the width, the clarity, those things in particular. I noticed that the record, when it comes to the multiple limiters and clippers, just feel like it's breathing a bit more. Granted, when you listen to the difference between these two, it is still doing 3 dB of limiting, but just the work is broken up. Included in that is about 1 dB of soft clipping. So I'm breaking up the work amongst these three particular plugins or processes, and it's giving me a result that I feel like makes the record breathe a bit more, kind of retains the stereo image, and also keeps that detail that I feel like I miss sometimes when I put one big limiter on to smash things and it starts to feel really small. That's always been my biggest gripe with kind of using limiting to get my records louder. I notice if I do too much limiting, things start to feel really small and tiny. It's louder from, I guess, from a objective standpoint, but at the same time, it still feels really small, and I feel like I lose so much in the record, especially in the low end. I'm gonna show you this entire approach so you know when you can decide to use it for yourself, perhaps. Okay, so the limiter that I use to kind of just do this all-in-one, one-time limiting is the Ozone Maximizer. I basically have this limiter doing about 4 dB of gain reduction. So at its strongest or loudest peak, it's doing about 4 dB of gain reduction on the particular sound. Now, the multiple stages of gain reduction as far as the clipping and stuff like that is this. First thing I'm using is a soft clipper in my process. And what the soft clipper's job in this process is to do is, I really want to use it to kind of round off those peaks that are initially coming before I get to my limiter. Why do I care about those peaks before they get to my limiter? Reason why is because I want my limiter to not have to work so hard. I feel like sometimes when my limiter works really hard, it starts to really put a squeeze on the sound that I don't enjoy. What the soft clipper is going to do is it's going to take that peak and it's going to round it off. Now, instead of seeing 3 dB, negative 3 dB on my meter, I can get that thing to be at negative 4 dB if I decide to soft clip about a dB. Now my limiter is going to see that signal that is lower, and it's not going to work as hard, theoretically, in order for me to have it at the same threshold that it was before. Let me show you exactly what I mean. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bypass this back and forth. This is also the 2-track Surgeon. I'll leave a link in the description below. So what I'm going to do is I know that the peaks of this song right now are about negative 2 dB. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my ceiling on the 2-track Surgeon to negative 2 dB to ensure that when I soft clip this, it is staying at the same exact peak volume that it was before. Got me? So when I bypass this back and forth, the peaks were hitting at negative 2 dB, and after, it's peaking at negative 2 dB.
My time, dedicated, yeah, I've been on my grind. I'm in the fast lane, about to pull up. I got to go ahead, yeah, from the top boss. I'll never take a loss. God got me, I'm so far ahead that can't nobody stop me. I remain the only option, gotta count my blessings. My time, dedicated, yeah, I've been on my grind. I'm in the fast lane, about to pull up. I got to go ahead.
So what's happening is I set my ceiling to negative 2 dB because that is exactly what the peaks of the record was before I started any soft clipping. I then took the input and drove it into that ceiling about a dB. And so it's ensuring to me and soft clipping and making sure that negative 2 dB on that ceiling is retained. So like I said, when I bypassed it back and forth, it was still peaking at -2 dB. But I got all this newfound loudness out of the record, still got that punch, still got that impact, but the record feels a little bit more forward and a little bit bigger now that we've added a little bit of soft clipping. Of course, it's varying about a dB to 2 dB as far as what it's catching with the soft clipping. But what we're doing with that 1 dB push and drive is making sure that the peak is still -2 dB. Now, why does that matter? Now, when I go on over to the guard particle, I am going to start to actually limit the record now because I've saved myself a little bit of headroom and pushed into it by doing the soft clipping. Now, if I take the soft clipper off, I want you to see what my peaks are hitting at. So I'm gonna take the soft clipper off from the 2-track surgeon, and I want you to see what the peaks are hitting at for the most part. So check this out with this limiter on. So the soft clipper right now is off.
I'll never take a loss. God got me. I'm so far ahead that can't nobody stop me. I remain the only option. Gotta count my blessings. Grammy nominated. That's one.
Okay, so you see it peaking at -1.7. That's with no soft clipping occurring. That's no soft clipper before the actual limiter. Now, I'm gonna engage the soft clipper on the 2-track surgeon. Let's look at how much gain reduction is occurring on the limiter now. Remember, before it was -1.7.
I'll never take a loss. God got me. I'm so far ahead that can't nobody stop me. I remain the only option. Gotta count my blessings. Grammy nominated. That's one.
So the same peak, -1.7, is the maximum gain reduction that it was doing on the limiter now. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bypass the 2-track surgeon soft clipper on and off and let you hear what it sounds like. Remember, they're both peaking at the same exact peak. It's -1.7 dB as far as the gain reduction meter is showing before the soft clipping and after. Check this out. So this is without the soft clipper first, and then we'll bypass it back and forth. Remember, the limiter is not working harder. It's literally still at maximum -1.7 dB of gain reduction happening on that particular meter. Without first.
I'll never take a loss. God got me. I'm so far ahead that can't nobody stop me. I remain the only option. Gotta count my blessings. Grammy nominated. That's one. I'll never take a loss. God got me. I'm so far ahead that can't nobody stop me. I remain the only option. Gotta count my blessings.
So it feels like the record just gets this lift. It gets louder. It gets more forward, and also the low end just feels a little bit more thumpier and just bigger. That is what the soft clipper, or why I'm using the soft clipper. It's helping me to achieve more loudness, but also retain that stuff that I love so much in the record as far as the low end, the high end, the width, the image, etc. for just a sacrifice of I'd say about a dB, 2 dB of soft clipping that is now making my limiter say, I don't gotta work so hard at the same threshold. So it's giving me back headroom so that when I put on the limiter at the same threshold it was before, it feels louder, but it's not making the limiter crunch the record so much. Okay, so next limiter I'm gonna open up is the AL1 from Natural Audio. I've grown to really like this limiter as my last limiter in the chain. Sometimes I'll throw a true peak limiter at the very end of my record. That's a conversation for another day. But for the last limiter in the chain, as far as my combo, I'm gonna go with the AL1. The reason why I like the AL1 is because the AL1 feels really natural, no pun intended, and it feels like it just takes my record and just gives it a little more. Also, something that I noticed with the limiter is it kind of makes my image feel a little bigger, which I love about it. That was the biggest thing that I noticed about it that I really, really was like, wow, that actually didn't make my record feel smaller. It actually made it feel bigger in the stereo image. What I'm doing with this limiter is, and I'm not gonna lie, I hate to say always and never, but in this particular case, I like to, most of the time, just do 1 dB of gain reduction on this limiter. So I'm literally driving my limiter only a dB and giving myself about -0.10 dB of headroom at the end. So this is just a 1 dB push on this final limiter, just to give me a little bit more. So, without first.
Showtime, my time. Dedicated, yeah, I've been on my grind. I'm in the fast lane, about to pull off. I got to go ahead, yeah, from the top boss. I'll never take a loss. God got me, I'm so far ahead that can't nobody stop me. I remain the only out. Showtime, my time. Dedicated, yeah, I've been on my grind. about to pull up.
I love that little push that it gave me in the entire mix. And that's just a dB. And so with the combination of all three of those things, I just feel like I just get more out of my dynamics processing from the entire record, retaining what I like, but also using different limiters and what they're strong at in order to bring the best out of the record. So in review, I like to use a soft clipper as that first initial kind of step in my process as far as the dynamics processing at the very end and going into the limiters. I like to take the soft clipper, set the ceiling to exactly where it was, what the record is actually hitting at from a peak standpoint, which in this case was negative 2 dB. So the ceiling got set right there. I didn't like to drive into it just a wee bit until I feel like it's fine or I'm not destroying everything. About a dB to 2 dB of soft clipping happening there. After that, I then like to go into what I like about it is the guard particle limiter. Hot take. I really enjoyed this limiter. About 1 to 2 dB. Anything past that, I tend to stay away from. But with this limiter, about 1 to 2 dB, I've noticed I get some really, really nice, knocky, punchy kind of results, especially with hip hop and R&B. So that's my other one. I'm doing at most 2 dB of gain reduction on it for the most part, but to taste, use it. But what I'm not gonna lie, lean on a lot is 1 to 2 dB of gain reduction on this particular limiter. And then my last stage, which is the AL1 natural audio limiter, I like to do about 1 dB of gain reduction. Also make note of the actual settings that I have. I like this limiter in mode 3. It sounds awesome. There's 1,000 different tutorials on this limiter that you can look at, but I really enjoy this limiter on mode 3 and just doing a dB after that one limiter before, which is guard particle, just to give me that final push on the record. So I really hope that that helped. I hope that you understand or kind of got an idea of maybe how you can use this as opposed to just using one single limiter in order to do all that pushing and trying to grab things. I'm breaking up the work and spreading that amongst about 3 different processes. And I feel like I just get a sound that gives me a better result in general. Shout out to Trey Kelly. The song is called, this is Showtime Intro. I'll put a link in the description below for his record. And yeah, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please let me know. And yeah, just let me know. And if you want the 2-track surgeon, shameless plug, I'll leave a link in the description as well. You can get the plug in if you want. All right, y'all. Till next time.